Christian Anderson. And Wagner again. Adu trying to set that high screen. And Davis. Thero across the lane. And Wagner a floater on the fly.
It was Federico's roll that sucked the defense in and created the opening for Overton to knock down the three.
It's Brazil.
You know, as poorly as Texas Tech has shot the ball, they're only down by 4 points.
Wagner three, kaboom!
It's already.
He's a sophomore from Oklahoma City.
Leading scorer tonight.
Wagner lurching ahead, stepping, starting, jamming.
Like Coach was talking about just a few minutes ago, he doesn't like it. He said we're giving up too much on offense, and then he looked at DJ and said, you, settle us down.
Good report. We thank Lauren Shahadi, who normally is the voice of Major League Baseball, and tonight with us, Wagner will shuffle on that.
But the All-Americans coming alive.
With the game on the line.
He's got 20. Under a minute to go in overtime. Davis off a screen, meets the defense right there of Overton. And back on top, Wagner will control it, orchestrating with Brazil, who sets a screen. Shot clock at 7. Williams defends. Wagner slices. Oh! What?
Wagner gets it to John L. Davis. Wagner, right hand, how about it?
More layups missed. St. John's is 4 for 16 on layups.
Wagner, what a shot by DJ Wagner.
But it's a high-level game. This is like a pro game with college rules.
And a packed house here in Providence to see it all. Wagner again penetrates and scores.
Yeah, that doesn't.
What a steal by Boogie Fland.
And Rick Pitino set it up from the huddle to get the low exchange for Ejiofor on the block, and Davon Smith turned it over.
Arkansas happy to have that young man back. What an impact he's made here in Providence this week.
He played more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think so. 2:20 to go. Wagner on the attack, scoops it up and in.
Started working out about 2 weeks ago. Spoke to him yesterday. First surgery of his life. Patience was the biggest hurdle. As for his role tonight, Cal told us 10 to 15 minutes is the plan, but if he's going, he'll keep going.
Yeah, let him go is what he said as Wagner with the reverse let out. Mayo extra pass in the corner. Griffin steps in to take the 2, and this is again Dickinson's follow not there, and Wagner races ahead.
And this Arkansas team flies up the floor.
Wagner and 1. His second triple. He now has 87 threes on the year. Ivisic, size advantage, but sends it out to Wagner. Flan slips, 10 to shoot.
You know, you can see Flan's just trying to find his way around out there.
Wagner, it's good. Arkansas, a hot take. Badunga, not close. Kansas had scored on its last 4 trips until that miss by the freshman. Wagner leaves it for Richmond. Now Davis left alone. Passes on the 3 with 4 minutes to play. Wagner fighting his way. For 2. 22-10 points in the paint in favor of Arkansas.
He's working to get open, and his teammates are finding him. He's an easy target.
Wagner with 10 to shoot, finds an open spot and hits.
Wagner. It will go. It's a long 2 for D.
Smaller player going against Adu gets the rebound.
Now knocked away and stolen by Wagner. The Euro and the finish and the foul. Ball for Ole Miss.
You just don't want to catch it going toward the corner. And that's where they catch it.
Wagner got rid of it in a hurry, found Richmond. Arkansas does not have any timeouts remaining. And now they play it out. Wagner driving. Off. Got it!
Work as a help defender once Wagner gave it up. Just outstanding.
Davis's three, no, and Avicic up there for the rebound. Back comes Wagner. Yeah, Lamont Paris obviously raves about Colin Murray-Boyles, but opposing coaches do as Atlantic played in a Final Four a couple of years ago, generally known as Nelly. Where are you on John L versus Nelly?
I don't care.
Is it true you want me to start calling you? What did you say last night? You want to be J-Bone on the air? J-Bone. Looking to attack. The freshman from Memphis.
And one of the things that these drives do is that they're putting South Carolina in a position to foul. You have to make them make the tough shot over you.
Gamecocks have committed 6 fouls. Arkansas only 2. Now, Murray-Boyles the kick. Davis wide open in the corner, misses the 3.
Murray-Boyles got Davis a wide open shot. Those are just shots you have to knock down.
They started 4 for 5 from 3, but they've now missed 5 of their last 6. Inside the final minute here in the first half.
The box set.
Wagner the drive and lays it in with the left hand, and it's a day today on the bench right now for South Carolina. Nelly Davis a miss. Butler did not see or did not appear to see the rebound was near him, and it cost them 3.
Here comes Mississippi State with a 6-point edge. Hubbard wide open. Offline that time. Matthews could not get a grip on it. And Arkansas looking for a response here.
Now, Arkansas got to do a better job of knowing who the shooters are. Josh Hubbard is the wrong person to leave open.
Wagner on the attack, draws the foul, count the basket.
Well, speaking of people's pops, 35.4 doesn't mean you're out of it. It's just a little lower percentage. You should still make up with that in the tournament, though.
I didn't tell you we were going to do math on today's show. Wagner.
At least delaying the ball.
Wagner! Throw down!
He's been given that, and he's not going to relinquish his role as a PG. Watch how he gets everybody orchestrated right here.
Yeah, Arkansas, again, foot on the gas. Wagner wants it. Oh! Deep 3! Mississippi State, again, Josh Hubbard has had an off day. He's only 2 of 13 from the floor. So how do you answer? Where do you go?
And see, a lot of times for him, his shots are contested, so he has to work so hard to get his looks. I believe as DJ Wagner gets a nice defensively by Cam, stand vertical and being able to keep a body on Jonas Adu, not able to finish right there.
Wagner guarded by Harris, who's played some great second half minutes. Matthews switches on to Wagner. Wagner goes up. Wagner for 2. Middle of the 6 seconds on the timer. Step back, contested 3. Bang! The SEC champs.
What a year they've had, struggling tonight. Might not get a win.
Davis. Magnon. Now back to Wagner. Magnon really doing a job on Davis. Wagner, tough shot, got it.
Downhill rebound.
Boy, Mark Byington's right in front of us, and he just shakes his head. Another offensive rebound. Wagner through the lane.
2.
He has scored double figures in all but one game this year. The only time he didn't score, he was a goose egg against Mississippi State back on January 7th. He was 0 for 8 from the field that night.
Keep an eye on Nickel on Davis. Tough matchup for Nickel.
Shot clock at 2. Long 3. Oh, my goodness. Arkansas plus 10 in the rebounding department tonight.
And if you're Vanderbilt, how do you handle the downhill play of DJ Wagner?
J.Q. Roberts trying to figure that out right now.
Can't do it. So no, it's not the same team.
No.
South Carolina.
Boy, what a big win for Arkansas.
A team hungry to get into that NCAA tournament. Joe Lenardi said they need to win 1 of 2 and then play well in the SEC tournament.
I mean, just played a heck of a game on both ends.
Right, what a second half, DJ Wagner.
Deflections force him to take some deep shots. Gamecocks in the spoiler role. We saw that a week ago against Texas. Wagner the floater, and a good sign for DJ Wagner. But all of the games here, literally with the exception of Alabama, have come down to the final possession until last week's victory against Texas, in which South Carolina ran away with it. Before that, overtime loss against Mississippi State, 4-point loss against Texas A&M. That's a long two.
Run the floor with them. Sometimes Trey Johnson is giving the ball up, and they're not taking the open shot. They're trying to create more when he's already created. Take the open shot. You'll have offensive balance for rebounds and defensive balance to get back when they know the shot's going up.
Here's DJ Wagner up the feed from Nelly Davis. Ivisic guarded by Kent.
Keep going under the screen on DJ.
Yep, only 20% from deep in conference play. Johnson trailing him now, and he fouled him.
Pick and roll to replace, or the guy that pops going to have an advantage. Kaluma is that guy. With Thero being out, it should be his time to take advantage of it.
Thero out with a knee injury. Is not at shoot-around today. Haven't seen him in the arena tonight. And Wagner finally hit.
There was a lot of emphasis put on that by Coach Rodney Terry. Being able to play with a lot of effort and energy, things you can control. 50-50 balls are ones you can control by effort.
Here's Jonas Adu. I think if you would have told John Calipari that they were up double digits and Adu didn't have a bucket, given what the game plan was throughout shoot-around.
In his back at all times, and it's fully loaded.
Pope tried to reverse it. Adu was there to redirect, and Jordan Pope ended up with a photogs. Cross court from Wagner. Mismatch, gives it up.
When that happens, Brazil has the flash high right there, so you can get a high-low what they do. There's no way he's supposed to have to come out of the paint.
Wagner for three.
Huge straight down. Great job by Billy Richmond. He hasn't played a lot in the second half or the overtime, but this is the bolt of energy that you need from a guy like him.
John Calipari has had 7 scholarship players at his disposal tonight, and is the only Hogs that have seen the floor. 5 to shoot. Adu now 4. Finds Wagner at the post. Muscles it in.
Open, lets it fly. There's his second 3 of the night.
Really good inside-out basketball. Mark Mitchell getting to a piece of the paint, getting the defense to follow him, and he kicks it out. Cruz knocks it down. Arkansas has to get a little bit more flow in their offense. They were successful early on where they were taking advantage of getting downhill with the dribble drive.
There goes Wagner off the bounce, says, "Get off me," as he flipped him. Missouri snatching it back.
Absolutely. And a good decision right here by Arkansas to take the air out of the ball for the last couple of possessions. The turnovers have led to the easy looks in these winding moments here in the first half.
Splitting the D is Thero. Wagner, strong move, up and under, and the finish.
One defensively, but they have the shooters and the versatility to switch on the defensive end.
If you were in the locker room at the half for Arkansas, what are you telling the Razorbacks to start the second half?
Well, if I'm Arkansas, this is not a team that's a really good shooting team, but they can get downhill and play physical with the best of them. And
there's Wagner. He said,
ball, but they find themselves here again in another dogfight on the road, trying to get another significant win.
This is a very hungry Arkansas team. They know where they stand on the bubble right now. The last 4 teams in the tournament, according to ESPN's Joe Lunardi. There goes Wagner. Gets all the way to the bucket. He is so
blocker. His passing, Jay, stands out.
Just elite court vision. And if you're going to bring that double team, you better be able to rotate quickly off of it because he has the vision to see the opposite side.
He leads the team in assists as well as everything else. 4-point lead for Auburn. 7 minutes gone by. Wagner penetrates. Good seal by Ivisic. And it's a layup for Wagner. Jones penetrates, draws some contact, missed the shot. No fouls have been called yet in the game. Only 1 stoppage. That was for a jump ball.
This is where I think you need to get Ivisic in some drive screens, some secondary screens in transition.
Wagner inside at 10 on the shot clock. Again, Ivisic with the seal.
Right there, even though he was undersized, just getting up underneath Jedi Broom and making life difficult.
They're almost at their season average, Auburn is, for turnovers per game. Theo driving on Broom, got him off his feet, but kicks it out. Wagner in the lane, and he's able to hit over 2 Tigers.
This offseason.
Johnson gets a good look, can't knock it down. Backside rebound, Knox. 4 minutes gone by, second half. Arkansas down 6. Three-pointer, good for DJ Wagner. If they're down between 8 to 10, you're getting a lot of fouls to give down the stretch that they're going to have to take at some point. Wagner goes away from the screen, gets deep, banks it home, and an Auburn foul.
That's when he is.
That entire possession, I don't think they ever got inside the three-point line.
Biro, touch pass back to Wagner. Beautiful play.
How good a poise this Aggies team has. They don't flinch, they don't panic.
Wagner went for the jam and got fouled with 15 seconds left.
Good job by Sears, moving his feet, staying in front of Wagner. Now Wagner splitting the D, making it look easy. Wagner in and out, gets downhill, but it's tipped up and in.
Plays all night that have resulted in extra possessions for Arkansas and a big throwdown by the Razorbacks.
Wagner turns that corner and finishes with the left. Defensive rebound, this time it's Derek Fountain. Miller hoists up a 3. And DJ Wagner pulls it down. The offense is going through Big Z tonight, leading the way with 23 points. Wagner makes the adjustment.
You cannot celebrate. You got to get back and build that defense from the paint out if you're Arkansas tonight.
Here's Wagner off the screen. What is ideal for Arkansas in terms of when they want to attack on the shot clock?
Well, if they can't score early, Tom, I think Arkansas wants to grind this thing out and see if Alabama wants to defend the entire shot clock.
Team with the 5 on the floor.
Less guys deferring to a pick-and-roll ball handler. And I think guys are more aggressive, including Davis. His usage rate is down compared to last year, but it should. But he's a pass-first guy. Make defenses respect you, though. Good pull up there. And Wagner's going to have a little bit tougher time with Larry. He's their best on-ball defense. I had a chance to talk with him at shoot-around, and he's really been sort of a mentor for Trey Johnson as Wagner gets the roll.
First time the lead has been down to single digits since it was just about 2 minutes left in the first half. That's when the Longhorns went ice cold. That continued into the early minutes of the second stanza. Wagner behind the back on Mark. Got it to go.
Mark Pope knows it. Mark Pope's a smart guy, and he gets an isolation working. He's going to go right back to it. Ooh, the long 3, Wagner right over Almanor. The three-point line. But man, he's a tough competitor. Jackson Robinson no good. Ivisic the rebound. Nelly Davis thought about it. Wagner behind his back, penetrates left hand, gets it to go, and the away. They got 10. Garrison will shoot, throwing off the backboard. Not the shot Kentucky wanted. Screen, re-screen action, throw back to Garrison, and he took the bait. Wagner was 0 for 5 in the first half, and he's red hot in the second. And does Cal slow this thing down right now? Absolutely. Get to the third side of the floor if he can. See if Kentucky will break down defensively. Well, they took a while to get into their action, did they not? They sure have. Still not into it. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Wagner by Oweh. Tough shot off the window. What a... If you're Mark Pope, stay with it. He played in the NBA. NBA coaches will find an isolation and wear it out. I would stick with it if I'm Kentucky. Wagner sees an opening. Left hand, got it. What a game for DJ. When he's backed into a corner to pull one off and get his team going in the right direction. He's 3 minutes away from doing it right now in Rupp Arena. That last play by Thiero was spectacular. 21 points to lead the way. Wagner trying to take advantage of Chandler, and he gets the floater. It's a 10-point game. Don't they have to foul? No, if they have any chance to come back. If not, this 10-point game is over. Why aren't they fouling? I'm shocked here. They're down by 10 with less than a minute to go. I mean, you have no chance. You have very little chance anyways, but Mark Pope just decided to let him go, play this thing out. Wagner, pretty play, left hand. He's been outstanding.
We'll have to see if he can continue his momentum tonight.
This is just the 32nd meeting between these two programs. This series dates back to 1938. First meeting here at Bud Walton Arena since 2012. And it is the Razorbacks who control the tip there in the home white.
Major sense of urgency for both of these teams. You'll see it from the very beginning.
And DJ Wagner uses the left hand. Luke Northweather has checked in. McGee.
It's a good decision here by Oklahoma to apply the extended defensive pressure. They understand that Arkansas has 8 players that they're going to play in the rotation. You want to see if you can try to wear them down as the game goes to get the momentum going back in your favor.
DJ Wagner attacking the basket lane.
It's going to take a little bit more man movement and ball movement to get yourself freed up to get an easy basket an easy shot at the basket.
And nearly turnover. Here's Wagner with 5. He'll fire the 3. Got it.
To the field of the ladder in the SEC standings, giving yourself a better opportunity moving in the SEC tournament. But a lot of time left in this ball game for both teams to get it done.
Backdoor cut by Wagner, and he lays it in.
Beautiful design play coming out at the break.
McGee knocks down both of them. It's a 3-point lead for the Sooners.
Those are 2 big free throws for McGee. You get some point production. You soften up the defense with the foul. Get back to get your defense set.
Wagner, count it, in 1.
More than relevant on the national scene.
It didn't take long, especially when you bring in Amor from Virginia Tech. Wagner with a pass. And the finish.
That's probably what he's best at.
Guys, even early in the shot clock, we get a good shot, we're going to take it. Well, they've done that tonight. They just haven't made him. 0 of 8, as we've talked about. From 3-point range. There's a good drive and a good finish by Wagner. Couple of big free throws. Lead back to 12.
And they're going floppy action for DJ Wagner.
Explain that again.
Well, just watch Wagner. He's operating. He can come off either side for a shot. And running side to side.
Wagner gets it back.
Nice.
And the reverse.
He is so good.
It's the fact that the pace is so high. You've got to make sure when there's a timeout, get your win. If there's a free throw line, get your win.
We've seen longer possessions here for Arkansas. Wagner would not be denied today. Mitchell thinks better about a second 3. Ivisic picks up the loose change here. Thiero out to Wagner. As DJ Wagner lays it in.
He's right there. Boogie doesn't get it. Big Z gets it.
Arkansas trying to get it back to 10, maybe 9. Wagner's layup does fall through. 10. They're sluggish the remainder of the way offensively. After the near giveaway, it's Fountain underneath, fading away, couldn't hit it. Here's Thiero, eyes up. Thiero to Wagner, steps into the 3, that's good. DJ Wagner. Great growth, great development, takes that pass away. Carter with a miscue that time. Flan couldn't quite secure it. Back out to Wagner for three. That's good. DJ Gibbons open three. Not that time, and so that was a tough possession. Adu and Miller, they go tumbling in the backcourt, so it's 4-on-4 here. Now Miller is back. Adu has finally gotten to his feet. Here he comes. So just a big man collision on the run out.
They got a mismatch, got a mouse in the house.
Yeah, it's Sears covering Adu. Wagner gets the deuce himself.
Challenge mid-range falls off, and it's rebounded by Adu Thero. Adu just keeps growing, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a late bloomer. His father, Almami, was the same way at Memphis for John Calipari, and he really got signed because of those genetics. He has absolutely blossomed to a legit star. Has 3 in white.
Shot clock at 10. Here's Wagner. Started for Kentucky all of last season in the backcourt. Gets to the paint, gets the layup, and gets another whistle. Versatile with Brazil in the front court. High off the glass. There's Brazil with the tip. Got it back and kicks it out. Wagner now. It's much more perimeter-oriented offense with Brazil on the floor. And a beautiful feed to the cutting Wagner. He's in average already.
Well, and that's Chris Beard, too, saying, hey, we're going to get their bigs away from the basket. Let's see if they can move their feet. Dia doing a nice job offensively.
Thero gets trapped. That gives Wagner a step. And off the glass.
He's right-handed by to hold things together.
You get Florida on Saturday on ESPN. You go 2 LSU and 2 Missouri.
5 on the shot clock. Seeker. Wagner on him. 3 on the shot clock. He lets fly and comes up short. And a breakout for Wagner ahead of the field, and an easy one.
Yeah, that's on Tennessee. Zakai's
finish in the top 4-5, while Tennessee, Auburn, Alabama, Florida all are.
Yeah, we've known him for a long time, a good close friend, and he looks refreshed, re-energized. He's lost weight, and he is heck bent on getting Arkansas to a Final Four.
Well, they got Wagner hot early. There's Meshack, and he drives, dishes. That's a big-time block by Adu. Wagner shooting 50% from 3 his last 6 games. Penetrates and kicks. 15 on the shot clock as Flan resets. Wagner's 3. Oh, DJ terrific with another rebound. Pull up 3, quick one, halfway down and out for Lanier.
Well, Calipari has already shown us what he wants in this second half. He wants his guards getting a piece of that paint. Back-to-back possessions to start the second half.
Nice take by Wagner, Jimmy. He had the first 7 of the game. Razorbacks. One more. That would have sent the roof off of this Food City Center if he knocked that down. Pretty play that time by Wagner. Lanier will pick up the foul. Gaining into the paint. Fall away. There's a good take, Wagner, and he's able to get it using that rim.
Breakaway by the Hogs. 2-on-1 run out. Wagner takes it himself. Glasper trying to get his points.
Somebody needs to tell the students. I know they always pick out somebody to boo, but it's a homie, man. It's from Fayetteville. Plenty of other cats you can boo, man. Give the hometown dude, cut him some slack, man.
Glasper's 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from behind the arc. And speaking of, with 9 points.
You know, if you're North Carolina A&T, you're trying to do kind of the same thing that Arkansas is trying to do, is that gain confidence, work on some things. And I think it puts Big Z in a role that he's more comfortable with, coming off the bench, and Cal can play him, and if he's playing good, roll with him.
There's DJ Wagner. Continue the thought on Brazil. I'm going to wait till after the sequence is over. It might kind of blow your mind, even though you've lived through it. As Richmond rebounds, he's never played in an NCAA tournament. Didn't play there at Missouri. Came to Arkansas. Was hurt when they got to the tournament. They didn't go last year. He's never played in an NCAA tournament.
That's got to eat at it.
You got to be anxious for that chance whenever it comes in March.
That's the best. Like everybody says, right now,
play coming up. There's a lot in the next 3 weeks.
Thinking about going home, getting a few days to go home and see the family and get back. And
DJ Wagner, how about him switch? Dealing with the illness. When I saw him come into the building last night wearing the mask, trying not to breathe on anybody, I didn't think that was a good sign. DJ Wagner with the scoop off the glass.
That's why it's for that one. he hadn't had one in a while, and that was going up.
He was going to take it no matter where he was on the floor. DJ Wagner again. Long three, but a knockdown.
Well, he is a player, man. The floater by Wagner will drop to stem the top. Picked off. Wolf to Gale, and Adu down with another rebound. Adu is making all kinds of an impact here in the second half. Wagner again, left hand this time. Arkansas by a half. Adu looking for someone to give it to, finds Wagner. Wagner, little shot put will go, and he's been out tonight. Thero's been great all season long.
Yeah, Cheddar went 4 of 5 in the first half, 3 of 4 from the three-point line for 13 points in just 11 minutes.
Wolf defending Thero right now. Now Wagner, who's made all sorts of plays here in the second half. And he's trying again, and he'll succeed again. Getting to that. Lots of firepower on the Michigan side of the floor. There's a long, long way to go in this one. Zone look.
Little 2-3 zone, wings up.
Woo! Wagner.
Arkansas is a good defensive rebounding team. We got big guys in that dunker spot now. Right now is Trevin Brazil.
Wagner. Oh my. It's a long two and finishes.
Great individual play by Danny Wolf, but it's tougher in the second half for Michigan just to make simple passes. They're being pushed further out on the floor. And Michigan going to stick with this 2-3 zone.
Well, you'd love to know what Coach Cal said to them at halftime to get them playing with so much more intensity. Wagner again.
Spears just commanding the game. He's been shooting the ball so well, so you have to know where he's at all times. And Arkansas just kind of lost their man, and he's really controlling this game. A 6-year guy. Who would have thought? Experience helps.
How about that? DJ Wagner knocks down.
Big Band-Aid right now, slowly stopping that bleeding and just keeping UTSA in this game.
There has been some up and down in Nelly Davis as he controls. Carter Knox the other day said he told Nelly, "Dog, you're one of the best players in the nation. Don't worry about what people are saying. Just shoot. Just keep playing." And I think when he does, he's going to put up big numbers. How about that drive to the rim by DJ? For the minutes, Arkansas does enjoy their largest lead, and they might get another turnover at will. Wanted to see Brazil run the floor. How about Thero instead? DJ Wagner with the left hand.
Matthew Cleveland's come in aggressive with his time on the court. 3 straight attempts for him, making 2 of them and putting Miami back on top by 5.
Arkansas down 5 on the road and 1 with the whistle under 10 minutes.
And that finish over top of Adu, who was an all-SEC defender at Tennessee a season ago, but having no resistance from Matthew Cleveland, who's climbed the ladder.
Miami's made 7 straight. The lay-in on a long drive there. December 10 in the Jimmy V.
One of the many SEC powers that we've seen early in this season.
Arkansas will have the basketball as we get the second half underway here at the Watsco Center. Boogie Fland flips this one for Wagner and a long one. Got it. Nice start to the second.
In the paint, doesn't matter the size of the defender guarding him. They double teamed him on the last possession, but Lynn Kidd went quickly that time. Didn't allow the double team time to get there.
So Miami still in a comfort zone, leading by 9. Arkansas with the ball here. Wagner taking the baseline. That is a tremendous move for 2. And 4-point game. Miami has not trailed, but they turn it over again. Wagner going up against Jordan, will lay it up and in.
Yeah, smart play by DJ Wagner as the defender was just waiting.
The arrow almost got a hand on it. Underneath, that won't drop for Kidd. He doesn't miss many that close. Wagner on the drive, scoops it up. A very acrobatic shot for 2.
That just hasn't been himself. He looks spry, though, yesterday and today. Wagner very good, turning the corner, getting to the rim. Nice little floater as well. 10 deep, can get after one another. Certainly has helped their cause.
Calipari looking for something here. Carter Knox is in. Hard drive. Nice finish by DJ Wagner. Of 11 from three-point territory. Arkansas still looking for its first from downtown. Wagner got another gear. DJ Wagner got a lot of clean looks in that first half, certainly from three-point territory based on the ball movement. Wagner, very tough move from DJ.
Another where he's in the mix.
Tipped in. Not get rattled. This is a 24-0 run in less than 6 minutes. Taken away. Look out below. Wagner with the slam. Brothers. KC the older.
That's got to be fun. A brand of Arkansas where you can, more or less go grab some players and sell them. Not only on, obviously, Coach Cal being a Hall of Fame coach, but the brand of Arkansas. But thinking about it coming from big shot by Wagner, just trying to get some of that talent. Obviously, I know there's a lot of people in the battlegrounds of the DMV and the Maryland area to try to get those players. But, you can get a couple of them, and then you can put together a serviceable roster.
Yeah, he said, one selling point for us is we are going to go out and play a really tough non-conference schedule year in and year out.
In just about every category tonight. Boogie Fland on the attack once more. Wagner open 3, sticks it. DJ Wagner.
Lane and create help situations. Little Rock hasn't shown the ability to do that as of yet.
Boy, the value of that dribble drive into the paint and then pass to the three-point shooter more often than not. Could be open.
Gets teams in rotation, gets them chasing the ball.
Wagner again. Maybe Kashmir Chavis is the next freshman that could get time, but he has not appeared in a game this season. Wagner lines up the 3. Got it. 3! In here.
Yeah, he misses a free throw, but he's still playing, and that's what everybody loves. I mean, he's got active hands. He's all over the place.
Wilkinson deflected that, but he ran right into a wall of Arkansas players. He's back to his feet. Arkansas hit
a triple to make this a 2-point game.
And as Coach Smart talked, he wants to push it, get Arkansas on his heels. He said that's going to be our best opportunity to get some clean looks.
They've settled in just a bit. Boy, if DJ Wagner can hit that shot.
Shoulder on the defender, and that is huge. He's got contact. He tries to get control of him, and it helps him get into the lane and get where he wants to go.
Another knock. Keep the Tigers within striking distance.
Davis holding his right wrist.
How about DJ Wagner? But 12 this evening against the Razorbacks.
They had 57 against Northern Arizona at home. And they've got 57 now with 12 and a half minutes to go.
Become Spokane. In other words, could you be a mid-major power like Gonzaga has done over the last decade plus?
Well, it's certainly a good community and a beautiful school. I was lucky enough to go down there and play and be around it a few times, having played with it.
John has to get it out, and there's a steal by Arkansas. Wagner has numbers, 3-on-2, and he takes it himself in the lane.
Arkansas has. The Baylor zone has kind of taken that punch away from Arkansas in this game so far.
And this is where Arkansas excels in transition, using their athleticism as DJ Wagner goes coast to coast.
I'm telling you, every time.
Pick and roll, right, kick out. Celestine left it short.
Arkansas has been good in transition in this game so far.
Wagner with his back to the basket, and he finds a way to put it in at mid-range.
The third-ranked point guard in the 2024 class, but behind Harper at Rutgers and Boogie Fland at Arkansas.
Jump stop, and DJ Wagner gets the runner to go.
Rather than fear, you looked into their eyes and you thought, my goodness, this team has come here to beat us, to ruin our night.
Absolutely. When I keep repeating myself, but they have nothing to lose. They have all these bye games. Historically, they lose, and it's just a nothing.
More this year, he's no longer TB2. He changed numbers, but he looks a lot like the guy a year ago. Here's a steal by Wagner. He'll lay it in Arkansas. Technical difficulties.
Right. At least he had a defender in front of him. When it's you by yourself, that's the worst one in history.
That makes one of the not top 10 lists on SportsCenter.
Absolutely.
Wagner always looking to drive and probe, switches hands, goes with the right, scores again. That's 7 first half.